Merci. J'aimerais inviter maintenant M. Robert Edgar. Bonsoir, M. Edgar.
Bonsoir, Mme Wang. Bonsoir, Mme Valplante et tous les conseillers de la ville. J'ai une question pour Sue Montgomery. Je vais poser la question en anglais. In the uncritical articles in the Senior Times, the Suburban, Actualité, Côte-des-Neiges, Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, which George Orwell would probably see as public relations rather than journalism, you describe yourself as a person of integrity, a person who seeks the truth, a human rights defender, a person who demands transparency from all institutions. Here's the question. On a scale of 0 to 12, how much integrity as a human rights defender and a person who demands transparency from all institutions do you believe you have when you have repeatedly refused to condemn and have thus condoned Unitarian Universalism's immoral, unethical, borderline criminal misuse of Canada's blasphemy law and clergy sex abuse cover-up legal bullying that is obviously intended to conceal what the Unitarian Universalist Association's Canadian attorney describes as such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape, committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers, when you not only condone but even directly participate in the Unitarian Church of Montreal's repeated misuse and abuse of the SPVM police force and the criminal justice system in cynical efforts to suppress my Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms right to engage in peaceful public protest against Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse and other Unitarian Universalist injustices and abuses.
Mr. Eckert, your question?
Pardon?
If you can
this is the question.
Your question.
It says, how, on a scale of 0 to 12, how much integrity do you have? So I'm just about finished.
Okay. Thank you. So your question is, how much integrity do you have?
Yes, I just about finished. I have one more part of it to ask.
I think that we understand your question. Maybe you can leave it for your second question afterwards. We're just going to let or Mrs. Montgomery or Mr.
You gave
Labush.
lots and lots of time to other people. I have maybe 20 seconds worth of question left.
Well, there's a second question coming up. Maybe you can leave it to the second question. Monsieur Limoges?
Monsieur Edgar, c'est pas la première fois que vous posez cette question-là dans le Conseil. Mon collègue Alex Norris vous a répondu une première fois. Je vais vous répondre une deuxième fois. Nous réfutons les prémices de votre argumentation. Vous faites en ce moment plutôt une croisade personnelle qu'une question sur la vie municipale ou la politique municipale. Et il n'y a pas de réponse qui vous satisfera. Alors, il n'y aura pas de réponse tout court. Merci.
I am not surprised that Sue Montgomery did not answer the question. And I'm also, actually, I am surprised how Mr. Limoges answered it or non-answered it. I actually have not asked this question. I've asked similar questions, and I have not asked this question to Sue Montgomery. I want a question from Sue Montgomery, and I'm going to finish my question with the final part of it.
Go ahead.
You also arrange for Montreal media and defamation lawyer Mark Banty to write a cease and desist demand letter that falsely accuses me of libel for telling the readily verifiable truth about your complicity and even direct participation in Unitarian Universalism's efforts to cover up and deny Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse, which includes pedophilia and rape. So one more time, on a scale of 0 to 12, how much integrity as a human rights defender do you believe you have when you know those things are true?
Mrs. the Mayor.
Monsieur Edgar, il faut que ça arrête tout ça, là. Vous n'arrêtez pas c'est du harcèlement, ce que vous faites en ce moment. Et vous le faites dans différents endroits. Et si vous avez une plainte formelle à faire contre Mme Montgomery ou n'importe quelle autre personne ici, vous allez à la police et vous faites suivre le cheminement qui doit être. Il faut que ça cesse. Parce que ce n'est pas productif. Personne, on ne peut pas vous répondre. Ça n'a rien à voir avec les affaires municipales. Et encore une fois, ça porte préjudice aux gens ici. Alors, on ne peut pas vous aider. Allez voir les instances qui peuvent vous aider à ce sujet-là. Et j'accepterai pas ça ni de vous ni de personne, de faire des accusations comme vous le faites et de juger de l'intégrité d'une personne. Si vous avez des preuves, vous avez quelque chose à dire, allez voir la police.
Merci, Madame la mairesse, et je suis d'accord que cette question est irrecevable. Merci. Have a good evening. On va passer à la prochaine question.